Hello everyone, how are you all? It's me Anjali here, and today in this video I'm going to address a very common issue, that is my mind goes blank when I try to speak in English. Does this happen with you? Then this video is going to be very helpful for you. So stick with this video till the end and I will give you the solution so that you can speak English fluently. So have you ever thought that why this happens? Actually, it shows the lack of practice and it shows you don't have much vocabulary. Due to this reason, you are not able to speak English properly and your mind goes blank whenever you try to speak in English. Right? Yeah, of course, I think I'm right because when I had started, I was not able to speak even a single sentence in English. Have you ever thought that why this happens actually? Due to lack of practice, due to lack of much vocabulary, you are not able to speak English properly. So what you can do so that you can overcome by this problem? So first thing I would recommend and I would say, actually it shows the lack of practice. So you can only do practice, 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 and you have to collect more vocabulary so that you can speak English fluently and effortlessly, and you whenever you try to speak, your sentences will not break in the middle. So in order to get rid of this problem, you just need to practice. And I always say that how you can practice. You can practice by mirror, you can practice by record yourself. Whenever you are recording, then you will just think that, okay, what I am speaking, yaar, this is wrong. I'm speaking not well. Whatever I am speaking, it is just totally wrong. I know that I'm making lots of mistakes, so I am recording myself. Why? I should not record myself because I'm not speaking properly. So you don't need to do this. You have to record. I always say these things, that record yourself in your mobile phone so that you can just watch yourself, that what are you speaking, and whenever you are speaking, that you can see, you can watch yourself properly. And whenever you are speaking, just try to speak, just use simple words like, if you have to speak that this is odd things, then don't use that this is peculiar, this is bizarre. You don't need to use fancy words, critical word. No, in starting you have to just use simple words. Whenever you are speaking simple words, then everybody is going to understand. Then what is the need of fancy word? Like, okay, if I am speaking, then I know everybody is going to understand easily because I'm speaking and I'm using only simple words so that everybody can understand. So you have to just think about simple words. If you know the simple word and if you are using simple word, okay, it is enough for speaking. English is not our mother tongue. You need to understand that it is second language. Then of course, if you are learning, then it is going to take time. It is not easy task if you are a beginner and if you don't know anything about English. I really understand this because I have faced so many things. You know what? When I had started, I always says that I was not able to construct even a single sentence in English. So you know what? There are so many techniques which I have used, and I always tell you that what you can do to improve, what you can do to practice. You know what? What you can do? You can just make virtual story, okay, like this. Whenever you are going to somewhere, you can practice by just thinking that what is going to happening. If you are going to school or if you are going to college, then you can just imagine, you can just imagine that what is going to, what you are going to do in the next day, or what are you going for your study, and what you're going to do with your friends. So you can talk to yourself like this way, that okay, tomorrow I will go there, I will go anything like this. And what you have to do, like you can just think, you can imagine in your mind, and you can just talk, you are just talking to yourself that you are going to do this, you are going to do that. Okay, you are not going to actually do this, but if you are thinking like this for your practicing purpose, then okay, you have to practice like this so that you can practice more and more. You can think that what you did yesterday and what you are going to do tomorrow. If you are thinking like this, and okay, what you did in whole days, like if you are thinking like this, then you're going to practice easily. You don't need to think that how I can practice without any partner. You can practice alone, like at your home. Like if you are just thinking that what actually you did in your whole day, just imagine and just try to speak in front of mirror. Okay, when I wake up, when did you wake up, and after that what actually you did, after that what you did. Like this you have to just mention about yourself in English. And actually whenever you will try, of course you are going to speak in a wrong manner. You will not construct English sentences properly. So you don't need to think about this, you just have to speak in front of mirror. Okay, okay, जैसी भी इंग्लिश बोलते हो टूटी फूटी, just try to speak in front of mirror, because you are alone, nobody is going to judge you that whatever you are speaking. Just try to talk to yourself. Okay, so whenever you will try to speak English, of course it is going to happen that Hindi will automatically come from your mouth, because it is habitual process that you always speak in Hindi. So it is obvious that Hindi will come from your mouth. So don't worry. Just become a strict person that okay, you don't have to speak Hindi. No matter whatever you are speaking, whatever mistakes you are doing, you just have to speak in English. So if you are doing this only for 5 days, then I must say that after 5 days you are going to speak in English only. No matter कि आप कितना टूटी फूटी इंग्लिश बोलते हैं, but yes, of course you are going to speak in English after 5 days. If you are doing it regular basis and you are not going to procrastinate that okay, I did it yesterday and tomorrow I will do. Today I'm not doing well, or I'm not going to do practice. No, you don't need to think about this. You have to practice regular basis. Okay, and you don't need to use fancy words. You don't need to just think. Okay, if you are watching any podcast, any movie, any cartoons, and if there is using so many critical sentences and critical words, then you just get stuck. Like in your mind you always think that they are speaking so well, the words they are speaking, it is so like wow, it was so aesthetic. So don't need to think this. You are a beginner, and if you are intermediate level, then there is no need of fancy words. If you are speaking in a simple manner and everybody is getting understand, then what is the need of fancy words? Okay, think about this. You know what, I always practice with my mobile phone, or randomly after getting meal in the night. Whenever I used to walk, I'm talking about my previous days when I had started, then I used to just think about any imaginary story in Hindi first, and then after I used to just translate in English in my head first, and then I used to speak. I know there is no any existence of this story, but I used to imagine and I used to create by myself, and then I used to speak like this. And you know what, it helped me a lot. And after that I just found that okay, now I am able to speak in English better than my previous days. And so I am telling you, after you can do it in the morning, or if you are traveling, or if you are going somewhere, if you are going to in your college, school, anything, anywhere, you can do this. You can practice. And if you will practice more and more, then how it will be possible that your mind will goes blank? Your mind will go blank actually. So if you are doing this, then I must say that you will speak fluently and effortlessly, but you will have to practice daily and daily. It is necessary part. It is mandatory actually, not necessary. It is mandatory that you are practice daily. If you are practicing daily, then you are going to achieve your aim. You are going to speak fluently in English and effortlessly. And for learning vocabulary, what you can do, you can just pick up one sentence, one word actually, and then you can try to just construct the sentence structure, so that you can just keep in your mind, you can sustain it in your mind for a long term memory. Okay, so first thing that you have to practice more and more in the front of mirror. And Second one is you can record yourself in the mobile phone. Don't need to laugh at yourself that you are making lots of mistake, or don't be afraid that you are not speaking well. And in starting, if you are speaking, so don't use fancy words, like any fancy word you don't need to speak, and try to listen Indian people. Try to listen simple podcast where simple sentences are using and simple um, English speaking. There are so many YouTube platforms where you will listen. You have to listen only Indian people so that you can understand and easily, and you can speak English. And try to pause in the middle. If you are just watching any podcast and or any cartoon, just try to pause in the middle and try to speak whatever sentences are written in your mobile phone, like in the story. So try to speak by yourself so that you can speak at least by, okay, by watching you are speaking, but if you are doing it on the regular basis, one day you are going to speak by yourself without watching. So if speak in the front of mirror, record yourself in your mobile phone, and don't use fancy or critical words, okay? And try to listen Indian people, and try for practicing daily and daily. If you are doing this, then of course you are going to learn English. It is not a rocket science, I always say. So okay friends, that's all about this video. See you in the next video. Till then, happy learning.